Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you are not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Sunday, July 9th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to the number 5 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to the spirit animal, we are working with the horse. And I feel like the horse is so fitting with the energies in the day, adding up and reducing to the number 5 vibration. Because whenever I see this horse, I always think about the importance of freedom because this reminds me of a wild horse. But this horse is not completely wild because my attention always goes to the braids in the horse's hair. So the braids in the horse's hair brings me to the fact that the horse is kept, meaning the horse does have a home or something to go back to. So like when I think of the horse in that light, I think of like, say, Uranian energy, but I think about it in the sense of like a kite on a string, and the string is grounded somewhere, but the kite gets to explore all these different things. But then there is this point of reference or this place called home or this thing to go back to. So when I think about the energies in the day, I think about like freedom or things surrounding freedom being a thing. I think about how something may come to an end today, like, you know, something within a relationship or something might appear to come to a sudden and unexpected end, or there's an opportunity for this thing to kind of evolve to the next level. But something about restriction and freedom was a part. So I think of something being trapped in a corner. And from being trapped in the corner, I wanted to say closet, but for something feeling pushed up against the wall, and then it kind of explodes. But then it creates an opportunity, I guess, for it creates an opportunity for newness. It creates, newness, new beginnings from that explosion, because now people are forced to like understand this thing on a deeper level, opposed to say overlooking it. I'm not sure what that thing is. All right, we have the Three of Wands energy. The Three of Wands to me is so perfect with the horse, because with the Three of Wands and the horse energy, this brings me to someone waiting for something. It's like expecting for something to come through, expecting for something to present itself. So even if something did come to an end today, what I like about the energies is that even if something did come to an end, there's this optimistic about the unknown. It's like, okay, what does the future hold? I'm ready for it. Today is Sunday. Sunday is ruled by the sun, and the sun is in Cancer. So the sun and Mercury both are in Cancer. And with the sun and Mercury both there, big emphasis on the home, the family, the mother, the things we hold sacred and dear to our heart. Also, too, with Mercury there and the sun there, there's something about the identity that feels like hidden or private or secretive. There's this part of us that don't want to be exposed or out in the open. So there is this hidden aspect. You know, I get the feeling of like not wanting to be fully, the word forthcoming or open about certain things out of fear of how other people will take it or what they will say or what they will think. I think of the number 9, the day being the 9th. not wanting to like rock the boat. So being pleasant, being more pleasant than one would want to. But at the same time, with the energies in the day, I get the feeling of regardless of how a person will try to control things, things are going to flow and work the way they want to, the way they're supposed to, regardless of what anyone tries to do. I look at how the moon is in Aries, and the moon is in a place where it's like the moon still squares the sun in Cancer. So the moon is still in a place where it doesn't want to be told what to do or wait on anybody else or wait for anybody else's time. When I look at, say, the moon in Aries conjunct Chiron, the moon is in a place where it's like some of us could find ourselves reflecting on wounds that came from the home, the family, our siblings, and things like that, reflecting on how we're wounded in that way. And or even not fully even reflecting on it, but it being a factor when it comes to, say, us justifying wanting to do whatever one wants to do and why they want to do it. And I look at the horse and the Three of Wands being the energies in the day, and it's this feeling of waiting for something to come through. So it's like finally this thing comes through. So I feel like some opportunity will present itself today, or news of it, or even feel like it's coming. But the way how it comes is like one door closes and another one open. And yeah, I feel like through one door closed and another open, sudden and unexpected situations can happen. Tower moment type things can happen. But it is through those things, what it is that you've been waiting for is presents itself to you. Whatever you've been waiting for presents itself to you. Also, too, when it comes to, say, the spirit animal being the horse, I think about how the horse has the moon symbol in the third eye. And when I think about the moon symbol in the third eye of the horse, and how I consider this to be a wild horse, meaning that this horse is dancing to the beat of its own drum. It's getting lost in the wind. Like, basically, it goes wherever the wind takes it. And I think about the moon in the third eye position of the horse. I think about how, like, our premonition and intuition, it guides us. It guides us as far as, like, what's next. And I think the hardest thing for a lot of us is to know when we're in a waiting phase, when we're in a time of our lives where nothing is expected of us. And we really need to just keep maintaining as, like, a new page will present itself. So when it comes to, say, the energies in the day, I think of the Three of Pentacles and how that person is waiting for something to come in, and how waiting could be the hardest thing for us, because, like, while we're waiting, it feels like nothing's happened. It feels like we're wasting time. Where while we're waiting, with the moon sign in the horse's third eye, I think of how the moon ties to self-care and nurturing and resting, reflective energy. So it's like when it comes to, say, the energies in today, some of us could find ourselves feeling super impulsive, or not impulsive, but just like feeling like you've been waiting for so long, or waiting for too long when it comes to something. And it's like, I want things to just happen already. But with the Three of Wands in the upright position, it brings me to the need to wait. But again, with the moon in Aries, it's like the inner world is tired of waiting. It's like wanting to see something happen. Feeling like it's like when we feel like we're doing something, it's like we feel like we're getting somewhere, we're accomplishing something. But the issue sometimes with doing this is that we can waste resources when really we should be resting. We could waste our own energy when really we should be resting, because when the time comes and it's time for us to get moving, a lot of us find ourselves burnt out, because when we were supposed to be resting and reflecting, we were busy working on other things, thinking that we were creating some kind of way, when we weren't creating a way. We weren't doing anything but wasting our energy and wasting our resources. So a day like today is a day to challenge yourself to be still, a day to challenge yourself to find something to do to, like, ground your energy, because with the energies in today, some things are wrapping up. You could feel some things coming to an end, but the idea of accepting it the idea of accepting it feels harder, feels hard to accept certain things, what is. So it's like, okay, let me do something to fix it, or let me do something to make things different. And it's like, there's nothing you can do but wait. There's absolutely nothing you could do but wait. So today is a day where we could find ourselves overstimulated with energies. As we're here, we're there, we're everywhere, because the feeling of having to wait just feels too heavy. And the reason why the feeling of having to wait feels so heavy is because in the process, as we wait, we stop our whole life. And it's like, whatever it is that we're waiting for, it feels like it's the determinant factor. And it's like, yeah, it feels like a determinant factor. So it's like, because it's a determinant factor, it's like nothing else matters. And once I hear the outcome of this thing, the rest of my life can start moving forward again. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. And it's like, if we keep doing that, we find ourselves always putting our lives on hold, waiting for something to be the end all be all, waiting for something to give us permission to live, waiting for something to give us permission to move forward, when in all reality, like, sometimes all you could do is just wait. Sometimes all you could do is just wait, but not even see it as waiting. Because it's like, it feels like life just feels like one big waiting game. It's like life feels like you're in this huge waiting room, where it's like, you get to this point, wait some more, get to that point, wait some more. So it's like, we're in this huge waiting room, and it's like, what are we waiting for? Where are we waiting to go? As we get a little clearance here, is back to waiting some more over there. So it's like needing to change perspective on how we see waiting. Instead of waiting, maybe start living. So instead of sitting around and waiting for this person to make up their mind that they want to be with you, it's like, you need to live your life and not give anyone that kind of power, or sit around and wait to find out if this job or this career is going to complete you. It's like, when it comes to this moment, like, are you living your best life is a good question to ask. And, you know, what does it mean to live your best life? When it comes to, say, the resources, the finances, and everything you have within this moment, how can you live your life with what you have in this moment? And to just challenge yourself to keep living your life. Like, you might be saving to buy your dream home, or saving to do this or the next, but you want to learn to budget your money. So while you're saving, you're also putting something aside so you can live your best life, whatever that means or looks like to you in this moment. Instead of just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and we go from waiting for this to waiting for that, waiting for this, it's like life becomes this big waiting room, and it doesn't have to. We could be living and experiencing life, you know, as things are, you know, growing and blooming, and it doesn't feel like we're waiting because we're living, and then boom, you find out, oh, it's time for this or time for that. But you weren't just stopping your whole life and waiting on it. And what happens is, we stop our life to wait on one thing, and then we create something else. So the thing that we were originally waiting for, we're no longer waiting for that, as we're waiting for something else further in the future. So when the thing we were originally waiting for manifests, we don't even notice, because we're on to something else. So always in this waiting room. You guys, such a pleasure sharing this message with you as usual. If you'd like to book a reading with me, or check out my exclusive weekly content only on Patreon, the links for that is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a blue heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.